I explain my experience and the general process of jury duty, y'all will also understand and care about jury duty. And really is, I promise. It's really not that bad. So we begin the process of jury duty with what is called voiture, and it's a French term, and that just simply means selection. That begins, as I mentioned earlier, with usually a mail-out, a mass mail to all the potential jurors. This mail-out is usually done it's usually done according to your driver's license or your voter's registration. So if you drive and vote, then there's a good chance that sometime in your life you'll be called for jury. Now, after you get your nice pink slip in the mail, you'll generally have to report to the actual courthouse. If you live in Shreveport, though, you can Texas Shreveport Courthouse, and they usually reserve a basement room just for jurors to wait while the selection is going on. Now, when I got there, I noticed that there wasn't actually a set time. You had to be around 10 or 10:30 in the morning. So I got there at 10:15, and while I was going in, jurors were streaming into the waiting rooms. Now, this room is interesting because while it don't really look like a lot, it's just a cinder block room with some chairs. A lot like this. There is actually a PA monitor, and on this PA monitor, there will be playing a video of just generally what you're supposed to do in jury, what is expected, and things like that. And this is actually really important because, or at least for me, there are a lot of things that the video said that I didn't know. Like, for example, if I had a job and I was called to jury duty, I would be compensated for my job. Another thing was that you go in and you hear lots of people joking about, I'll just tell them that I'm racist or I broke my knee or whatever. You could do that, but if they catch you lying, they will put out what's called a vigil, and that means that they're not going to come and arrest you unless they already stopped you for another crime. So the traffic light is out. They'll figure out just this word and then you'll go to jail. So after that's the process in itself is simple enough, but the real fun actually comes from the selection. And this election is when all the juror members will be in the actual courtroom. They will usually be sitting in the general seating area of the courtroom. And then one by one, they'll be called to the stand where both the prosecuting and defending attorneys will both ask them questions which they feel are pertinent to the case. An example would be if this crime happened to be an old man who got a traffic violation, and it comes out that you dislike old people, you'll probably be removed from the jury. So it is always important to be truthful during this questionings and just the general process of the jury. Because if you're not truthful, like I said, there's actually a pretty good chance that they'll find out, and the consequences will be very harsh. From there, that actually goes into the trial. And the trial itself, while it's actually the most important part, it's actually the easiest part of the jury. Because the juror just simply sits there and watches the trial. Both attorneys will give their arguments,